is so important in this lifetime. Without woman, where would we be today? Without woman, where would we be today? Let's be clear. Woman is the one that creates and forms the male. Woman is the first that brings forth life upon this earth. You see, when you as a person truly comprehend that woman was created and the true expression of life upon this earth, the first expression of life upon this earth, woman was that. Okay, woman was that first expression of life upon this earth. When we truly come to the realization and we truly come to comprehend that woman is that, then we will see woman for what they really are. The source, the true source. And it is that that makes the continuation of generations to come. Woman is that. But when we move into the patriarch mindset and we move into that system, not knowing that it all starts from that woman. Woman is so important, and especially the feminine. It's so important for you to comprehend that everything, when it comes to dealing with creation and that, especially dealing with the existent, which is blackness, that create within itself the earth and the waters, and then the woman that within herself also she creates. We need to know the importance of this woman. We need to know the importance of this woman and stop making religion important. But we must know the importance of the woman that religion oppresses. And I want you to know that everything that we truly seek to know, it truly dwells within us. Everything. Everything that we as a people truly seek to know, it truly dwells within us as a people. Stop looking outside of yourself to be fulfilled. Start looking within. To rabbit left. Who is rabbit left? Rabbit left. Shout out to rabbit left. Who's rabbit left? Happy. Who is rabbit left? Rabbit left. Who is that? But shout out to you. It's all good. Ain't no sweat. It's all good, Rabbit. Yeah. But like I said to you, shout out to Rabbit and blessings to you too. Blessings to you. Blessings unto you. Beat. Shout out to you too. Blessings. But like I said, we need to stop looking outside of ourselves to find so-called peace. See, the people of Israel are alive. What are you saying? What's that? What's that to do? They're alive. They're alive. That's good. There's nothing wrong with that. Good righteousness. Praise. Like I said to you before, look within. Truly. Truly, truly look within. You don't seek for righteousness, but what you do is to make sure whatever you do in this lifetime, you do it with no intent to harm no man. That's all you do. Life is not complicated as we make it to be complicated. All we as a people should be doing, it is to make it to the point in our life that we seek with the intent not to do no harm to the next man. And if you as a person truly seek to not to do no harm to the next man, seek not to do no harm to the next man, then you as a person will walk in that which is within you, which is that wholeness. Because you have no intent to harm no man. And even so, the laws and the rules and the regulations that are created to cast judgment upon men that do things to harm other people, those laws will not be applied to you. It's simple. You are free from those laws because your intent and your mindset is not to do harm to no man. So those laws that were created by men to pass judgment upon people are persons that literally wake up with the intent to do harm to men. Those laws will apply to them. But you that wake up as a creator and are being creative and with no intent to do no harm to the next man, those laws will not apply to you. Because why would they apply to you? Because you have no intent to do no harm to no man. You don't need no laws because your intent is not to do no harm to no man. Your intent is to live life and live in the way that you ought to live. And that is to being a creator of solutions that are at hand in the present moment that you are living, walking, and being the breath of life upon this earth. That's what you ought to do. And I think for any man who learn these things, you as a person should teach your children about being a creator. See, I so know that when you as a person teach your children about being a creator, it's about they coming to the place and comprehension that being a creator, they will create not only solution for themselves, but they will create solution for others that surrounds them. And the way the world is set up today, when you are a creator, you end up do your own business and start your own business. And if you start your own business or do your own business, then money will come because you are a creator. So I'm coming from. Because you only do business to make money to be able to survive and continue surviving. So by teaching your children that they are creators, they will not sit around and wait for a man to do something for them or a woman to do something for them. But they will actually go out and literally create a solution to whatever issue they are at hand. Instead of going out and trying to take from somebody else or hustle someone else. So coming from. Because when you only focus only on money, you tend to, you tend to go out and try to hustle someone else. You know? But when you are satisfied from within and know that your intent is not to do no harm to the next man, and it is to create solution to the issue that's at hand, then I think you'll walk in a more wholesome life and a more peaceable life in this lifetime. And this is what I am saying. And this is what it's about. You know, this is what it's about. Where did you learn to read Hebrew? Where did I learn to read Hebrew? What, what, what that have to do with anything? Hebrew is not, it's not, it's a language that was created just the other day. You know, it's a language that was just created just within those times. So it's not a language that is the first language upon earth. It's not the first language upon earth. So Hebrew for me is not a major thing to say, you know. It's not a major thing. You know. What is major to me is every man to know that the manifestation of the Creator should manifest itself within them. That's the major thing to me. Any man seek anything, he should seek it from within first. Because remember, all wars start from within. Within a man, all wars start. Any war that you see externally, it starts from within a man. And this is what we as a people must realize. Everything concerning to this earth, majority of time, 99% of the time, it starts from within a man. You know, wars start from within a man. Trends start from within a man. These creations that we see start from within a man. Even so, the Creator comes from within a man. You know, but we overlook them and think that some God somewhere is doing it. No, it comes from within man. We need to comprehend that. It is men that dictate certain things, a lot of things upon this earth. A lot of things that we think is some how they would make you think some space god or some god out in space is actually man who doing it, and it's man who dictating it. You know, and we as a people must realize this is truth. We cannot allow ourselves to be manipulated and be fooled to think that some God somewhere is doing these things to us. But we must comprehend that these things are dictated from within man. You know, this is where you as a person need to come to comprehend what man are doing these things? What man is doing these things? Who have the power to dictate these things upon us as a people? But we must know all wars start from within man. All wars start from within man. Yes, it is the devil. Yes, it is the devil. It is the devil. Devils are, that's what it is. It's the devil. There's no question about that. Any God that oppress woman and oppress blackness, it's the devil. It's the accuser of the brethren. Any God that you know of that oppress woman, it's not a God that you want to worship. Any God, any religion that oppress woman, it's not a religion you want to worship, identify yourself with. It's something that you should run as far away from. But the thing is, it said more than how much billion people upon this earth is serving these religions that actually oppress women, that actually suppress blackness. So a lot of us are caught up with the system that we were born into. But we must truly look within ourselves. Truly. We must truly come, stop, pause, and look within. And ask the critical questions. From the first man, would the first man be and do this in which I am doing today? What was the first man was doing when the first man moved upon this earth? How was the first man lived? What was the first man movement? We need to ask question. What was the first man? What it is. Let's be real. What the first man was doing. Because we know by researching, we know that the first man lived in blackness. We know that. Because there was no sun, there was no moon. We know that. They lived in blackness. So, to know these things, it makes you start to question a lot of things. You say God created the world. No, man created the world, which is the mindset that they are walking in today. The world is a mindset, and that's what we need to learn to identify and separate the two. Know that the world is a mindset that you walk in. This is why you talk about worlds, because every man can create his own world, which is a mindset of the way he chooses to live. And because of that reason, there are worlds in world. Now, the earth is a totally different thing. The earth is here forever. You see what I'm saying? The earth is here forever. The earth is not going nowhere. And this is what we need to realize. The earth is not going nowhere. One generation goes, a next generation comes. But this earth abides forever. Do we understand? Do we comprehend? And this is what we need to realize. This earth ain't going nowhere. But the world, which is the mindset of this generation, or a man, will end as truth are revealed. So come from. So when they're telling you the end of the world, they're not speaking about the end of the earth. They are speaking of the end of the world of the mindset that they have you in bondage of. It is the mindset that they have you in bondage of. Okay? And that is the mindset that the woman is not first. That is the mindset that blackness is nothingness. That is the mindset that, you know, it's a mindset that oppress blackness. It's the mindset that everything is only black and white. It's the duality mind. It's the moon and the sun. It's not truth. Those are not truth. That world will end, and it's about to end. You see where I'm coming from? That world will end, and it's about to end. As we speak, it's on the verge. It is trying to hold on to what it got. But that world will end. Now the earth, no, the earth is not going nowhere. The earth is here, and the earth dwells within eternity. The earth is here, one generation goes, and next generation comes. You know? So we need to know these things. And we need to make sure that we live accordingly. And when I say live accordingly, is to make sure that we as a people do with no intent. Whatever we do it with no intent to harm the next man. You know? You do it with no intent to harm the next man. If you're doing anything to harm the next man, look out. Seeds will come. Seeds will grow. Remember, seeds grow. Remember this much. Seeds grow. Okay? And when seeds grow, seeds bring forth a tree. And tree does not just bear one fruit. Tree bear many fruits. And when tree bear many fruits, these seeds will also fall to the ground also. And when these seeds fall to the ground, these seeds will grow up more trees. Okay? And over time, these trees will bear more fruit. Remember, it came from your seed. That is the seed that you planted. So if you plant a seed for this man and thinking it's only for him, look out. Okay? Look out. Okay? Okay? The inner kingdom, which is the inner kingdom is within you, is within you. Everything is within you. You know? Look out, because when you plant a seed, it comes back. And it don't come back as one seed, it comes back as many seeds. You know? It comes back as a whole harvest. And this harvest, you can't handle it. Then you're wondering why all this hell? Why all this pushback? Because it's what you have planted. You have planted the seed. You have watered it. And now it grows, you're saying it's someone doing it. No, it's not nobody doing nothing. It is you who done it. You who planted it. You just forgot that this tree literally have grown and have bared much fruits because you give it plenty of water. You get plenty of your time. And this is what you have done. Okay? So, stay focused. Okay? Stay focused on what you're trying to do. Create. Remember, remind yourself, I am a creator. Remember, it all starts from within. It's within you. It's all within you. Do what you do now as a creator with no intent to harm the next man. And you would see that these seed that you plant now, maybe an hour away from now, 2 hours away from now, these things will start to manifest. But start planting, start creating now. Start to create now. You know, remember, true assets are things that flow. Okay, that's a true asset, and this is what I come to know. A true asset is something that flows. A business is a true asset. A business is a true asset. Having some form of business, a flow of income, constant flow, not just working for nobody. It's a constant flow of income, flowing, flowing. That's a true asset, you know. But create, learn to create. Accept you are a creator. Show that you're a creator. Demonstrate that you are a creator, you know, and know that. This is why the woman is so important. The woman is that important. You know, she's that important. Make it be known. She is that important. Without her, where would you be? You know, like I tell this guy, I said to this guy, I say, let me ask a question and let's be real. Have you seen a male upon this earth without coming through a woman? Have you? Have you ever seen a male upon this earth, in this earth, without coming through a woman? Have you? Never. You never see. Every male came through a woman. Every male. I don't care who you are and what you are. You came through a woman. They are that important. So why are we promoting religions that demote, put them down, playing games with them to make believe as if they are supportive of them, but in reality, they are actually putting them down, demoting them, and shunning them. You know what they are. You know who their religion are. They have done enough damage upon this earth. These religions are destroyers of the earth. They are destroyers of this earth. Okay? And this is what I say to people all the time. They are destroyers of the earth. Why would I want to pattern my life off after something that actually try to destroy the earth? Why? Why would I want to do that? I don't think that you yourself would want to do that. But you have accepted it. And you are doing it. You have patterned yourself after that. You know, you have done that. You know, this is what you have done and you've been doing it. It's not something just started yesterday. It's been going on. It's been going on for decades. So it become normal to us. So any man that speaks against these religious ways and this religious way of living, then they become a target, you know. You become a target. Is it right? No, it is not right. But majority of people who love to follow, who love to feel like I need to fit in, and are not willing to speak truth to that which go against that which create the all. Because you have to able to stand for what you know. If you know something, you stand with it. If you don't know, you don't know. There's nothing wrong with you standing in a thing that you know. You should be able to stand in a thing that you know that is truth, without any compromise, willing to stand on that, willing to go down with that, because you know it's truth. But in this day and age, it's not an easy thing to find a people that are willing to go down with what they know. As they say down, but in reality it's up you go, you know. What if it is wrong and not the truth? What would be wrong if a person know it? What would be wrong if a man know it? That's my question to you. M, what would be wrong if a man know it? Where's it coming from? You know, you as a person, you're talking about wrong, because this is where we go into that duality mindset. What is wrong? I have this branch right here. What is wrong with this branch? What is wrong with this branch? Eh? Eh? What is wrong with this branch? Nothing wrong with this branch. This branch is neutral. According to me, at this moment in time, this branch is neutral. Okay? I pick this branch, and this branch is neutral. Now, if I, with my judgment, with my laws, with my rules, make a determination that this is whatever I determine it is, then it becomes that. If I determine otherwise, it becomes that. The branch by itself is neither or, but the way the man think, this becomes. It is man that think what they think about this. Now, if you think what you want to think, you need to apply. Okay? Just like anything, it don't matter, whatever it is. That's like you see a person. If I see a man, just by seeing him in appearance, that man is neither good or evil. It doesn't matter what that man, for me, it's neutral. I see him, and for me, it's neutral. Now, it's up to me to learn of this man. It's up to me to comprehend what this man is about. And upon my observation, my determination, my judgment, I declare whether it's good or evil. Do you understand? But I don't make it that is truth. Okay? Because this man or woman may not even study you, not even paying attention to you. But your judgment have brought a judgment upon this man because that's what in you. Okay? That's what in you. It's in you. It all comes from in you. This is why it says all wars start from within man. It don't start from outside of man. It starts from within a man. It's a man idea to create a war. It's a man idea to start a war. So when they talk about rumors of war, all these are ideas of man. Wars come from within. Okay? There's no unstableness in the creator. See, no war comes from the creator itself. Okay? No wars come from the creator itself. But all wars come from the unstableness of men and what truly dwells within man. Everything that was created and formed is neutral. There is no good and evil in it. Nothing that was created is good and evil. It is good and evil is determined by man, the judgment of man. Men are them that determine good and evil. But everything that was created by the Creator and are created by the Creator, it is actually neutral. The determination of good and evil, it is man. Every war, it's man. Everything that truly dwells within. Everything truly dwells within man. We have that determined factor. You know? And this is why I said to you, when they declare to oppress the woman, they did. They declared them not to be teachers. You know, it's like, it's so much they did and how they go about doing what they're doing to show the importance, to oppress them, to demote them, you know, to make them feel like nothing. But every male came from the woman. Every male. It doesn't matter who and what they are. Every male came from the woman. Every male. The woman is that important. That important. You know? Yeah. You know, so. But it's okay. You know. And this is what I am saying to you as a people. Let's continue to truly examine what we have been taught for all our life and pay attention to these people, how they continue to put the woman in a lower position. We don't promote nothing about woman is above. No. Truth is truth. You know, I learned this, that truth is truth. If something is what it is what it is. It's how you perceive it. If it is what it is, it's the man that missed and do what he do. It is what it is. You know, truth is truth. But when truth manifests itself and you embrace truth and speak truth, then truth will continue to be. But if you decide, no, that's not the way it's supposed to be, even though it is what it is, that truth will still manifest itself as it is. That truth is not going to change. Only thing will change is you. It's not the truth. The truth is not going to change. The truth will be truth. Until somebody else run into that truth, and then they will say, what? That person lied. The truth is the truth, and the truth stays the same. It doesn't change for no man. What changes man? Man changes themselves. The truth don't change. The truth is the truth. And the woman is that important. And this is what I'm saying. The woman is that important. And when we hold to that and know that no man, whether female or male, comes and came upon this earth without a woman. None. Neither are. Without them. you know, without them. Yeah, so you can think what you like me. I have a right to do that, to think what I want to think. You could think what you want to think too. You feel free to do so. I have nothing against you thinking what you want to think. But I could tell you this much. Everything that you fight with, and it comes from within. Knowing that there is a creator, it only so you could truly know that, start from recognizing that existence itself is blackness. Existence itself is blackness. That's the first thing you as a people must do. Acknowledging that existence itself is blackness. That's number one. Second thing is recognizing the earth and the fullness of it, and the woman that life first came through. And from there, you look forward for this manifestation of existence, which is the blackness that truly dwells in every man that receives consciousness. This blackness that dwells in every man that receives consciousness, it doesn't matter if you want to or not. This blackness appears. Just like the woman appears in every every man. You see, if we see how this thing continues, there are three things that continue throughout this earth. It doesn't matter who you are or what you are. It is blackness, it is the woman, and it is the earth. It doesn't matter what you are, who you are. These three continue throughout the whole earth. Let me show you so you comprehend what I am saying to you. When you comprehend that every man, whether female or male, that comes through a woman, they will have this one thing within them. They will first be X, which is the female. Then, upon the needs of the woman, this baby will become whatever gender it will become. Okay? It will be the earth, it will be the blackness, and it will be the feminine, which is the female, which is the X. These three always come through in every creature upon this earth. It doesn't matter which one. These three, blackness, the earth, and the female, these three always come through, no matter if it's a male or a female, whether it's a tree or an animal, these three always come through without any questions. Blackness, the earth, and the woman. Look and see. Blackness is existent itself. The earth is the materials that you were formed into. And the black woman, it is the X chromosome that dwells in every being upon this earth. The woman, the earth, and the black woman always come through in everything that dwells upon this earth. Okay? This is the true Trinity. This is what you need to realize. These things are eternal. These things cannot stop. They always will be as long as life exists. You know, there will always be. You know, you know, there will always be that. They will always come through. It doesn't matter whether female, whether a male. These three things, which is existent, that which is created, the earth, and the woman, which is the female, always come through. Hi, Victor. You know, they always come through. So let us not fool ourselves. This is how I know that there are some things just cannot stop. There are some things that will always be. Even if you try to downplay it, you cannot stop it. Okay? These are three things that no man upon this earth can stop. Okay? And these three things are simple. Blackness, the earth, and the woman. These three are the source of life. Without them, it wouldn't be life upon this earth. These are the source of life. Okay? And it expresses itself. These three express itself in every being that moved upon this earth. Every animal have the X in them. Every male have the X in them. Every male have the earth. Every male have the blackness. Every woman the same thing. It is there in them. These three things cannot stop. Okay? You do not have blackness. I do not have blackness. Okay? Okay, you do not have blackness. If you do not have blackness, you're going to be all right. What is blackness? Blackness, to demonstrate what I'm talking about, what I am talking about, it is existent itself. I am speaking about existent itself. Blackness, when nothing else exists but that which is existent itself. It's not black matter. Okay? This is what science try to make you think it's black matter. It's not black matter. Okay? Black matter is not something that is this small. Okay? Okay? Don't play down blackness, because blackness itself is eternity. You see, dark matter cannot be black matter. Okay? Dark matter comes because there's a combination of elements. Okay? You said my sim would be the stillness or emptiness. So why would it be stillness or emptiness? Why would it be stillness or emptiness and everything dwells within it? To date, as we know. Why would you accept stillness or emptiness? And to date, we know that everything dwells within this blackness. Now, when you as a person speak about dark matter, you know darkness. Anything that is dark, it does not, dark by itself doesn't exist by itself. It takes other elements for dark to appear because blackness is truly here. Okay? So it takes something to blend with blackness for it to be dark. So coming from? Other elements have to play and play in part and play its part for darkness to appear. Okay? Anything to be dark, there have to be some kind of form of element. Okay? Anything that is dark. But blackness exists on its own. Blackness needs no approval. Okay? That is what blackness translates to for me. Blackness translates to you as stillness or emptiness. That's what it translates to you. Why would you accept that blackness is stillness and emptiness? Why? Why would out of all the words you use, it will be emptiness? Why? Why it would be emptiness? Why would it be emptiness? Just asking. Why would it be emptiness? Because we know that everything dwells within today, currently, as we speak, your own experience. Okay, you said my own experience. You know that if you are speaking truth, you have to go to the original. And the original, it's everything dwells within blackness. So if everything dwells within blackness, how this blackness can be emptiness? How is it possible that this blackness that create life, that life came out of, how can it be emptiness? How can it be stillness? Because it took vibration for anything to be created and formed. So it cannot be this blackness. I cannot explain it. It takes blackness itself. It's not coming from. When you talk about blackness, it's full and empty. You see, it cannot be at the same time full and empty. It cannot be full and empty at the same time. It have to be either or. So coming from. So for you, as we have a conversation here, and we see that you're speaking, you're saying to me that blackness, not darkness, but blackness, it's emptiness. Okay? Blackness is, you're saying blackness is emptiness, and blackness, in the translation, you're saying that it is stillness. We know that stillness, it cannot be, because it takes vibration for anything to be created in the first place. And we know that everything was created in blackness. Life was produced and created and continued to maintain itself within blackness. So it could not be stillness. You see it? It could not be stillness. And it could not be emptiness. Because if there was emptiness within the blackness, guess what? No life would be. So how would you explain that to me? How would you explain that to me? I am waiting, Rod. I am waiting for you because I want you to explain it to me. You know, because you is the one who tell me that it is stillness. Blackness is stillness according to your translation. Blackness is stillness. And according to your translation, that blackness is emptiness. So I'm asking you a simple question. If blackness is stillness, then you're saying that there is no life with, there is no vibration. And we know it takes vibration to create and form anything. Okay? And we know to a fact that guess what? All life starts in blackness. All life. I don't care which one there is. All foundation starts in blackness. All life starts in blackness. So for us to accept these definitions as truth, we know we are actually misleading ourselves, and we need to re-examine these narrative that was pushed for so many years. Maybe I should have listened more before speaking. No problem. I got no problem with that. I'm not here to condemn. I'm just here for us to have a reason and have a conversation, have a dialogue. That's why I'm here. So coming from. That's why I'm here. You know, we must go back to the original way. And the original way shows very clearly that we as a people cannot accept the narrative that was pushed about blackness, which is existent itself. We cannot accept that. Okay? We cannot accept it. And that's the only thing I'm trying to show you. You know? That's the only thing I'm trying to show you. I'm not here to condemn you. I'm not here to put no one down. I'm here to just have a conversation. And so we as a people who are truly seeking to know truth, we may come to a conclusion and of a more stable way of thinking instead of this mindset of being unstable. So, and that's the only thing I'm saying. You know, these definitions that they have put forth, if we truly question them, we will see that they are not true definitions of what actually it is. You said, is this blackness a religion? What religion? Why and why would it be a religion? It is truth. We don't need to be no religion. You don't need to be a religion for truth. Why would it be a religion? It is truth. Truth is truth. You see, when truth manifests itself, you want to put some kind of title on it to say it's a religion. No, it's not a religion. It's a clarification of that which is truth. It is the manifestation of that which is truth. Truth, you cannot deny it. If you see it, you cannot deny truth. If you deny truth, you're self-destructive. You know? The foundation, what are your base and foundation of this meditation? It's very simple. Blackness. That's the foundation. Blackness is the foundation. It's nothing else to it. It is the truth. It is the foundation. It is the root. It is everything. Everything dwells within it. That's the base. That's the foundation. It's nothing else to it. Let's not try to make things complicated. Because I am not here to make things complicated. I'm here to make it simple. That any man could understand what I'm saying. You're saying blackness is nothingness. It's the same thing you're saying. You said that earlier. You said it's emptiness. So how can you say that blackness is nothingness and I know that everything are maintained in blackness? I know that everything still to date started in blackness. Life is in blackness. Can we clarify blackness? Yes, we need to clarify it because blackness itself is, in my definition, would be eternity. In my definition, it is the day. In my definition, it is the image of that which create all. It says supernatural creatures are abiding. And ability exists. It says supernatural creatures. Where they exist? Tell me where they exist. Tell me where they exist. All these kind of talk about supernatural creatures are created because of certain things that was created by the African people, and to take away the great ability of these people that create certain things that they cannot comprehend to date, because this patriarch system have taken the people away from their ability that truly dwells within them. For example, the pyramids that we see to date, do we really think that males had anything to do with these pyramids? Do we think so? Do we really think that males had anything to do with these pyramids? Do you think that male being in charge of this world system had anything to do with these pyramids that we see today, and we still don't comprehend the fullness of why they were created and how they were created? Do you think male had anything to do with it? Males have nothing to do with that. And male did not have, I could show proof that males had nothing to do with it. First thing, if males had something to do with it, if male have something to do with it, if male, which is masculine, which is the ego, if males have something to do with it, why they cannot replicate? Why they cannot replicate it? Why they not able to bring forth the full function of it? Why? Because they had no part of it. If males literally have a part of it and had a part of those pyramids that we see today, then you know how long male been running this earth. You know how long they've been running this earth. So if male did have, if male, let's be real, let's be realistic, and stop this kind of way of thinking how we normally think of this patriarch mindset. If it is truth that these pyramids had anything to do with male, anything, listen this, anything to do with male, because a lot of people can bring and put anything in a pyramid after the fact. So coming from after the fact. But to say that male constructed them, that male literally was the one who created them, I don't think so. I don't believe that. I don't accept that that's true. Because number one, we see and know that, for example, like saying in Kemet, we see and knows, we see and we know for ourselves that the great Sphinx, not some small idol, not some small idol that was erected after the fact of so many generations that was passed. Okay? So I'm saying, so many generations that was passed. We know to a fact that, guess what? Like in Kemet, I know that The great Sphinx, it's not a male. It's nothing about a male. It's nothing about patriarch. Later on, as you look, you can see the patriarch system comes in place. And they always try to promote some king in Egypt as some king. But they're not. They have, do you recognize they have cut off when the woman really reigned in Kemet? When the woman reigned in Kemet, because the ultimate show only the kings of Kemet. They does not show the woman reigning in Kemet in the way they ought to be. All the women, if you recognize, all the women that truly reign, not these women that came up after. I'm talking about the woman that really reign. Okay? The woman that literally build the pyramids. Do you recognize that they keep no history of that? Okay? Do you recognize they keep no history of that? They don't keep no history of that. Why they have not keep no history of that? Because if that keep the history of that, if they have truly kept the history of that, they would kept the history of the Parthenogenesis. You see it? They would have kept the history of Parthenogenesis. You see it? You see that they make this part of Parthenogenesis as a myth, and they make it as to say Horus and the Immaculate Conception, Isis and Horus, and they make it as a tale, but it's not a tale. It's reality. This is the history that they have cut out. This is the reality that they have taken away from Kemet. It was the woman who literally built these pyramids in the manner they build them. Because I could tell you this much. The Great Sphinx, you could see it for yourself. It is feminine. It is woman. It is female. Next thing, what? The Great Ankh. The Great Ankh speaks only of the woman. The Great Ankh does not speak of no male. If you examine the Ankh real good, not in our mindset of the patriarch, but in the mindset of purity, okay? In the mindset of truly being pure. Examine the Ankh and pay attention. You see there is no male reproductive system that represented on the Ankh. The Ankh is a full female reproductive system. Nothing about the male. Showing you they was explaining and expressing what? Parthenogenesis. Around the time when the pyramids was built, it around the same time the Ankh expressed itself. Okay? The Ankh is about the woman, the fullness and the full representation of the woman, the Parthenogenesis. Okay? This is why you see the great Sphinx that cannot be removed, that they break the nose off, is still represented today, a woman. If it was male who was running and doing what they're doing, why it would not be a lion? Instead of a lioness, why would it not be a lion? But it represents the lioness. You know, why? This is what I'm saying. I apologize for yelling. You know, if that's what you I apologize for yelling. I'm not trying to yell, but I'm speaking because I'm not hearing myself back. I might come off as I'm yelling, but in reality, I mean no harm to be yelling at you in no form. I'm just showing you that we as a people need to examine what we have been taught and truly examine and look within ourselves and see for ourselves what is truth and what is the lie. Because if we really examine All I'm saying to you, if we truly really examine and look and reflect into Kemet, not Egypt, that the Egypt of today, not the Egypt that they framed and make seems like something that is not. We're talking about Kemet. Kemet that originally had a true civilization in the way it ought to be. Okay? That Kemet. Okay? That Kemet I'm talking about. Okay, this Kemet that we're talking about, that we can see for ourselves, even in this modern day and age, it shows that the great Sphinx that is there to the present, that the nose are broken, we can see it still today. It represents the woman. It represents the woman. The great Ankh that they talk about. It still represents who? The woman. If these things represented as substantial evidence, showing you, it said let everything be established in 2 or 3 witnesses. And we have 2 witnesses right before our face to date. The Ankh and the Great Sphinx, to show that before all the males start to reign, it was only women. And the mindset that they was in, it was not the mindset of which these males walk in. Because if these males walk in the mindset of these, they would continue in what they did. And we know what are the results of what it is today. Okay? So this is the only thing I'm saying. Women are that important. And this is what I'm saying to you. Women are that important. And we need to know these things. I appreciate you. You know, take care of yourself. Let's continue to walk in oneness, continue to walk in wholeness, and know everything starts within here. Everything. And we need to truly examine what blackness is and know that blackness is not what they make it out to be. And know that every religion that you see upon this earth today, it is about oppressing 2 things, the woman and blackness. This is what it does. Oppress the woman and blackness. Okay? Okay, if you hear theories of them, that's good for you. And what is your conclusion? What is your conclusion of those theories? You know? What is your conclusion of those theories? Okay. So you have when you say some real, you have substantial you have seen and heard for yourself that these are real. You have seen and heard for yourself. Because with me, I can hear a man speak, and I think this much. If a man saying he should be able to manifest this truth should be able to manifest. And this is why I say what I said to you. When I speak about blackness, because I know blackness truly exists. And blackness is truth. And blackness dwells in every man. I don't care who you are. Skin color doesn't matter. blackness dwells in every man. Every man that have consciousness have the opportunity to see and have an encounter with blackness every single time they are awoken. That's not a question. That's the first thing they have an encounter with. Once they really truly have consciousness, they have an encounter with that. Now, but the manifestation that is there, that's not something that you can avoid. You cannot avoid that. It's there. Even so, every man should also have an encounter within, which is the full illumination of the pineal gland, that they can have the experience. But you cannot have this experience if you continue losing your fluids in the way we as a people been programmed to lose our fluids. We cannot do it because the fluids that is in our body, it is a part of the maturity of man, whether female or male. You see, it is a part of the maturity, and because these sperm cells are fluids that climbs up the chakra, which is up the spine. It goes all the way up onto, end up at the crown chakra, which is the pineal gland, and this is where it ends. And you end up into a vision and the full illumination of your pineal gland. But it takes the sperm cells, which is the fluids that flows in our body, to rise up the spine and become what it becomes. And then we as a people be truly illuminated and know that existence itself is truly blackness. And existence itself is not emptiness. Existence itself is not nothingness, but existence itself is eternity. Existence itself bring forth life and maintain life. That's what existence itself does. And existence itself created the earth and the waters, and upon that the woman manifests herself because of the creation, and she herself produced within herself, just like the blackness produced within itself, the earth produced within itself, even so the woman produced within herself. And these are the three things that always manifest themselves within anything that have life. I don't care whatever upon this earth that have life within it. It always have blackness, it always have the earth, and it always have the woman, which is the X, always. This is why the autumn say XY, XX, XY, XX. It always have the woman, and it always have the earth, and it always have blackness. And these are them. So, so this is what I have to say. So, know how important, like I said to you, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you share, you know, make sure of that. It's no different. That's a good question. You said if supernatural existed, would humans still be existed? According to the world system, why? Humans are dead people. So I'm saying, according to your law book of definitions, humans are dead people, so they wouldn't exist. They're dead people. They're dead. So why would dead even be existed? Why would they exist? They're dead. They wouldn't consider they existent. They're dead. According to the world system, according to the world, they wouldn't be. Okay, no problem. Um, it's okay. I'm saying I know that a lot of things you say would be difficult, but uh, uh, all I'm saying to you is it's okay. I'm not here to say it would not be difficult. I'm not saying to you as a people that comprehend that the woman is that important. The woman is that important. And we need to recognize that and we need to keep that way. Never mention supernatural creatures. Where do they come from? Well, they come from man ideas. This is where they came from. All these supernatural creatures that you're talking about, they come from man ideas to take away from something that really exists. And that's why they come with the ideas to take away, to create a narrative, to take away from that which truly really already here. Okay? Because we know to a fact that guess what? Everything starts here. Everything starts here, upon earth. Earth, from here, everything expands. Okay? Okay. Everything expands from earth. Okay, everything expands from earth. So let's be real. Everything that you know of to date expands from earth. Okay? Remember, everything expands within blackness. It does not go outside of blackness. Remember that now. So no matter what you could think of, or you see, or you can imagine, no one ever go out of the realm of blackness. They all stay within that realm of blackness. Okay? No matter how far man goes or where they go, even in their imagination, that's how far blackness goes. Even in their imagination, the farthest they could go is blackness. The deepest they can go is blackness. The highest they can go is blackness. The widest they can go is blackness. Can you really see the depths of blackness? Can you really see the depths of blackness? Can you truly comprehend the width, the height of blackness? Do you truly comprehend? Do we really comprehend? You know? But other realms of earth. Other realms of earth is places that it's on earth, but we cannot go there because we are restricted because of certain things. But there's nothing, you know, we are restricted. We can't go there because of certain treaties and certain things that the world or the people who are in power will not allow us to be and go. Hell, heaven are in you. Yeah, it's in every man. These things are in men. Hell is people that actually hell is the duality mindset. It's you being unstable, being who you are. That's hell within itself. A man that know himself, a man that truly know themselves and are walking in the fullness of wholeness, stable, that man truly, and doing no harm to the next man, with no intent of doing harm to the next man. That man is truly walking in what he ought to walk in, the heavenly mindset. That's the mindset of heaven. Okay? And that's it. It's a mindset. And that's what it is. Is man and woman a duality? No. No. You see, they have created man represent both. Okay? Let me say it to you. Man, when you said man, it represents both. But male represent gender. Okay? You see, when you're talking about creation and the duality mindset make you think that man and woman are male and female. Okay? That's the duality mindset. But when you really examine everything and you go all the way onto what it's supposed to be, man represent both. Okay? Which is both female and male. Now, the first man represents is the woman. Okay? That's what it is. It's not man, no. As to say male, no. It is the woman. That's the first man. Because there was no gender in that. It was, the woman was created by that which create all. Okay? And from the woman came male. Simple. And why they came from the woman? Because the woman had an agenda. And this is why it is called gender, which is the male become gender. The female never been gendered because it was created exactly created by that which create the all. You see it? Male was created by the woman. The woman was created by the source itself. Okay? Do we comprehend? It's a different. When you as a people come to the realization that male was not created directly by that which create the all. It was created by the woman itself. By the woman itself. It's not the male. Okay? The woman was created and by the source, and she was the chosen one. You see it? The chief head cornerstone where our life started. Where our life, everything that have life, this is the foundation. The woman is that foundation. There is no other stone that can be laid upon this foundation. It is the woman. The woman is the true foundation of life. Okay? No other stone, no other rock. It's a building. You see? It's a building. Okay? And the building, the first rock, the first chief cornerstone, from this, everything else is built. Everything expands from there. It is the woman. Now, the Creator created the woman. And the woman created the male because of the agenda that she had. Remember that. You must know these things. These things are simple things. These things are not something that is complicated. Okay? You know? How was the woman fertilized to bring forth a male? That's what you asked. How was the woman, he asked me, how was the woman fertilized to bring forth a male? Let me make clear to you something so you comprehend. The woman have everything still to date within her to impregnate herself. We know this. We know that the woman without ovulation, which is the woman reproducing herself, okay? Without that, no woman can be impregnate. Let's make that clear. No woman can be impregnate without ovulation. Okay? What I am saying to you is this, that the male cannot take sperm cells and put it within a woman by itself without that seed being released from the ovary and travels through the fallopian tube. And because it travels through the fallopian tube and comes down into the uterus, okay, and be planted, this is when a woman can be impregnated. Okay? Now, we know that the woman herself have sperm cells within herself. This is what they call the Bartholin gland. The Bartholin glands produce sperm cells. Okay? The Bartholin glands produce sperm cells. So back then, there was in the environment of the blackness, there was in a totally different environment. This environment was a different vibration. There was on a different level. Okay? There was not eating as they eat today. There was not programmed as the program today. There was not indoctrinated as they indoctrinated today. Because let me share something with you. Reproduction did not have to be learned. Reproduction is something that happened. Okay? And it happened because the woman could have impregnated herself without any male present. Okay? Even to your, if you believe in, a lot of people that I speak to, they believe in religion, right? Even to your Bible tell you that the male was not present when the woman was deceived. Your Bible tells you that the male, okay, was not present when the woman get deceived. What that telling you? Do you comprehend what it tell you when it said that? Do you comprehend what it just said to you when it says to you that the male was not present, okay, when the woman get deceived? By who? Lucifer. You know why the male was not present? Because in the first place, the male was not born as yet. Okay? It was only woman that was present in that space, which is the earth, at that time, under the presence of blackness. Okay? There was no male that was present upon this earth when the woman get deceived. Who is Lucifer? Okay? No male was present upon this earth when Lucifer deceived the woman. Because guess what? None of them were born yet. The woman never brought forth a male as yet. Male came way after. And I could go so far as to tell you when this happened, when did this male supposed to happen? You ain't recognized? It is after she was deceived. That's when this male supposed to appear. Do you see it? Do you pay attention? Okay? After the fact. So when we as a people are making believe that it is a male and female, no, it's not duality. It's never been about duality. It's always been about oneness. It's always been about wholeness. It's always been about the blackness. Okay? It's always been about that. And that's what the woman represent. The woman represent blackness. They teach blackness. This is the reason why they did not want, and they made sure that the woman does not teach. That's what the woman talked about. The woman talk about the presence of the Creator. Because the only time they was in the presence of the Creator is when they was in blackness. When they themselves was the bioluminescent light that actually gave light upon this earth. Okay? Because we know where there is life, light will manifest itself in blackness. So coming from? So this is why the sun never existed when the sun never existed. Okay? Male never existed. None of these things ever existed when the woman was deceived. Okay? And this is what you need to realize. So who is this Satan that deceived this woman? That caused her to make her to create this male? Who is this Satan? Who is this Satan? Do you know who is this? Who is this Lucifer? Do you know who is this Lucifer? Who represents Lucifer? Because if you can pay attention and look and pay attention, blackness existed. Okay? We are going from existence itself. Blackness existed. And the earth is created and formed. And within this earth is only blackness. There's no sun, there's no moon, there's none of that. There's no stars, because stars came after death. When death starts to occur, that's when stars start to manifest themselves. But what I'm saying to you is simple. Blackness, which is existent itself. Within the blackness, the earth became. The earth became, the waters, and everything else, the woman. And then we know that there was no male. According to your scriptures, there was no male that was present when the woman was deceived. We know that according to your scriptures. Okay? So, if this is supposed to be truth, because certain things are truth, but you cannot comprehend them if you never had the experience of what they are saying. You see, when it comes to knowing, the question becomes, then who is this Lucifer that caused her to be deceived, and why she was deceived? Let me tell you why she was deceived, so you may comprehend and put in perspective what this Lucifer represents and who is this Lucifer. And to date, we are actually, any man who worship religion are still worshiping Lucifer. Okay? I'm going to show you and explain to you so you comprehend. So you show you how important the woman is, because it's about the importance of the woman. Okay? And we have to go all the way from the foundation, showing that she was first and she is first. Okay? And after she, that's when everything else start to be what it is. This is what it is. According to your Bible, it says this, that Lucifer deceived the woman. And when Lucifer, what is Lucifer? It said, Lucifer, according to your Bible, said Lucifer is the son of the morning. Okay? Which represent the sun. We know Lucifer represents the sun. So now my question would be, the sun is so good. Why would they call the sun Lucifer? Okay? Okay? Why would they call the sun Lucifer? Okay? The S-U-N. Why would they call the sun Lucifer? You see it? Okay? Which is the sun. Represent the sun. Why would they call the sun Lucifer? Okay? Why? That's the question for you. Because we are thinkers. We are not people that take things. We think. We got a mind for our own. We can think for ourselves. So the question would be, why would they call Lucifer, why would they call the sun Lucifer? Why would they do that? And it's supposed to be a good thing. The sun is a good thing, according to us. We are fully convinced the sun is a good thing. So why would they call the sun Lucifer, according to the Bible? Why? Why? Let me explain why, so you comprehend. When you comprehend that blackness is what the woman lived in, blackness is what was their guardian, protector, their provider, that sustains them. It was the image of that which created them. This is what they knew. So, knowing this, okay, knowing this was that when the sun showed up, which it took time, it doesn't happen in a moment, because everything, remember this, everything was measured only in eternity. Okay? It was not like us today, because there was no sun to measure, there was no moon to measure. So everything that they measure in was eternity, because they themselves was the light of that world. So coming from. So everything was eternal. There was no, like how we would say today, day and night and day. None of that there. It was eternity, and that was it. It was only the day, and that was eternity, which is blackness. Now, when the sun showed up and manifested itself and reached to the peak of which we call today the 12 o'clock hour, okay, it created chaos, because there was nothing like that ever was upon the earth. It created emotions, okay, it created violence, it created war, it created all that. The sun literally went against that which created all. And what that was? Blackness. Because when the sun showed up, guess what happened? The blackness disappeared. The blackness disappeared. So the woman who normally would see the blackness all the time, at all times, now in panic mode, looking, seeking for that which they know as the image of the Creator. So as they look and they search, they panic, nervous, seeking cover, because the sun, for the first time, blazing down. Now, this violence continued, and even so, the woman who normally would produce and create females naturally changed the gender within her and created the male for the first time. Okay? Because of the needs that was lacking. Because remember, they no longer see the blackness. The blackness was no longer existent. Because the illusion was created to make believe that blackness is no longer. And this is why they call the sun Lucifer. Because the sun creates an illusion. Okay? Lucifer. Okay? The illusion. Okay? The deceiver. So it deceived them, and because they were deceived, they decide, what, you know something? We're going to create for ourselves something that we need. A provider, a protector, and a guardian. We will need these because that which provide for us, that which protect us, that which being a guardian to us is no longer there. So that's when they, within themselves, created the male. Okay? Created the male. Even so today, if you look and pay attention, don't take my word for it. Just pay attention to every man around your life, every man around you, every person around you. I want you to stop and think and pay attention. Every female that you see today, okay, every female that you see today that have a boy child, that have a male child, I want you to examine their lives and see if the male that supposed to impregnate this woman, okay, was present. I mean present. Meaning to say, a man can be there but not there. They're not present. I want to examine and look and pay attention how that male was behaving when this woman brought forth a male child. You would see that in all evidence, it will show you that guess what? The woman needed the presence of that male, and she think that. And because she needed the presence of that male, she within herself, being pregnant, literally changed the gender that we know that every baby, it is female first. Every fetus, she changes the gender. And when she changes the gender because of her needs, and it become a male. Because she needed the male present within her life. Look around, you see. Listen to me, I'm just a man that examines things. I just look at things and I see things for what it is. I'm not looking at the show. I am looking at what these scientists come up with. Listen to me, I'm telling you, look within your community. Look, pay attention, watch, go out and look at every woman you know. You will see that the male was not present. That's the only reason why these women produce males. Okay? They needs of the woman. Now, come on to today. When we come on to today, so when men asking me, then if it's so, what male is needed for? I am not here I'm just teaching because of what I come to know and comprehend. A lot of things I am trying to see what it is. But I'm telling you, if you look at the data, it's right before our face. We cannot deny what we see. It's there. It's right before our face. Every woman that brings forth a male, it is because that male that supposed to be the one that impregnate them was not present. Even though the support, they was not present. Okay? They were not present. And if you find a woman that the male was not present, that woman have to be a powerful woman to know that she need not the male, but within herself, she made that decision that guess what? I will produce females. Women have that kind of power within them. But we overlooked it. We overlooked them like there's nothing because the world have promoted and make us believe that the woman is nothing. You see it. That's what they have done. And they have done a great job. I'm not telling you they haven't done a great job. They have propaganda, they have teach, they have preached, they have ministered, they have lied, they have done everything in their power to keep the woman down. And this is why I say what I said to you. I'm not here to say I know it all. No. But I'm here to speak truth, that we as a people may comprehend and know where and why things happen the way it does. It's simple. Look at it. It's there in your face. It's in our face. Listen to me. I didn't learn this until how much years ago? Say 4 years ago, after I wrote the Book of Blackness. It's when I come to know, as I was writing the Book of Blackness, I recognized that no, something wrong. Something's wrong. Because I had to comprehend why and where male came from. I had to know. I have to know. I'm a male. And to know what's the purpose of a male upon this earth. Even though I was indoctrinated into a woman, someone I be with, someone I should be with, I'm indoctrinated into that. I am part of that. I am part of that. But I still needed to know what, because for me it's normal. Okay? But I still need to know truth. I still need to know truth. And it's when I came to know and recognize that woman was first and woman is first, that's when it clicked for me. And because I learned this, when it comes to creating something, it cannot change in the middle of the creation. It has to continue the same process all the way. And that's when I connected everything from existent all the way to today. And I saw the same pattern that happened today is the same pattern that happened back then. The same pattern is no different. Okay? The same pattern. Okay? The same pattern. So when we as a people, truly comprehend, it is the same thing. It's no different. Know that the female is that powerful. She is that powerful. But the system know that she is that powerful. But we, as the normal people, we don't know that. Because we've been propaganda. We've been brainwashed to think that she's nothing. We've been brainwashed to think she's nothing. I'm telling you. We've been brainwashed to think she's nothing. Not knowing the woman is the most powerful. She's the most stable. I'm telling you. Like I say, we as males can learn a lot of things. But when it comes to being stable, woman is truly that one. She can hold up peace more than you think. How silence can speak so loud that you yourself get offended by it. When a woman gets silent, silence can speak so loud. You want to know what's going on, baby? You okay? You fine? And she okay. She fine. She good. But her silence is so powerful. She's so powerful. So we need to stop overlooking the woman in the way we ought to do. That we are doing. And that's what I'm saying to you. And we as males, we to put them in their position and their places. Not to condemn them, not to put them down, but to be what we are to be. And one thing I've learned as I'm going through about dealing with the woman giving birth to male and comprehending that the woman giving birth to male is not about what we think, but it have become what it is. Okay? But one of the main thing that hit me as I deal with my mother, and it's funny the way it happened, because after I knew what I knew, I examined. Because my question, then what is the purpose of male? What is the purpose of male? I often question that. And number one thing I come to know is this: males are to make sure when they come into being who they are, which is the fullness of themselves, which is to be one with the Creator, it is to do this, to make sure that they take care of mama. It is to make their business, because your mama did not create a male just because. She created a male because she need one. And you, in her old age, will be her guardian, her provider, her protector. This is where the male truly ought to be. We, as males, should be that guardian, that provider, that protector of mama. Because she is the one that created us to be that for her. Because she's aware I would need him. And sometimes she even created more boys. So even more tension that, guess what? She need all of you. Mama needs you. She truly needs you. No matter what you do, no matter if the world was indoctrinated and indoctrinated you, know this much: mama truly needs you. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Okay? And this is what I'm saying to you. I'm not here to try to bring nothing, no division. My thing is about life. Let's live life. Let's know where it starts. Let's know truth. Let's stop dividing ourselves amongst ourselves. But know everything dwells within us. And everything truly manifests itself within us. I have 5 sons and 1 daughter. Like I said, you know truth. Let's examine. Like I said, you can be there, but not present. And women see present as present. You see what I'm saying? And when a male is not present in the way they ought to be, women create within themselves that male. They create that male. You know, they create them. They do. You know, but when you're present in the life of that woman, you're present, you're there, the present. Female will manifest themselves because they will carry on the life. They will flow into it. I'm telling you. That's what it's about, man. Life is about that. So, and I appreciate you all. Yeah, this is what it's about. This is what it's all about. And just like I said, I appreciate you too. Let's take care of ourselves and make sure that whatever we do, just be open to comprehend what someone is trying to say. You know, learn to hear and examine yourself. Because one thing I said to you this much, learn to examine within you. Learn to look within you as a person. Truly look within you. Because it starts from there. It truly starts from there. You might think what you want to think and refuse to accept what you think. But let me tell you, truly and honestly, look within, man. It's serious. This is more serious than you think. Look within. Truly examine you. It's truly within you. It's truly within you. And you'll be surprised. Not how people try to make spirituality as. But no, spirituality is about you as a person Just knowing that you are spirit. The real you that dwells within you. It's really you. That's the real you. You're not your emotions. Your emotions are learned. And you need to know that. You see it? But the real you is that spirit. You know? The real you. So when you know that you are spirit, which is that stable person, that's what you are. Because the spirit don't waver. See, what waver is emotions. Emotions is what waver, and we as a people love to follow emotions. We love to follow emotions, the duality, because that's what the duality represents. Emotions. And this is why they say God is love. Because what? They're saying that emotions is God. That's what they're saying to you as a people. But we take it as, love is good, so guess what? God is love. Nah. They're just using you, playing words and games with us as a people. This is why the world system promote love, 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 love. Why? Because there is aware of this duality, this unstableness it brings to a man. So let's be careful. That's all I'm saying to you. Let's be careful. Let's be careful. Let's be careful. Let's be careful. And let us continue to walk and know that you are spiritual. And being spiritual is about you truly being a creator of solutions to issues that are at hand. And your intent should not be to harm the next man. If you walk in this, which is the intent is not to harm the next man, you are free from the laws. Because all the laws are created because you choose to harm somebody else. You see, it's simple. That's just life itself. You are free from the laws the moment you accept that you are a creator. And you, as a person, choose not to harm the next man. And upon this simple thing, you are free from the law. You don't have to worry about nothing. You just do your thing. Live life. Be as you ought to be. Because ain't no law going to mess with you. What they going to mess with you for? You're not here to harm no man. You're not here to intend to harm no man. Because by the time you see them prosecute and bring forth men into prisons and jails, is because the intent of that man. That's the reason why. So if your intent is not to harm no man, remember, you're planting seeds. Seeds is what you plant. The moment you wake, the moment you do what you do, it's seed, it's grow. If your intent is not to harm no man, it would be even so. And you will expand. Expansion is a must. Ain't no questions. You must expand. It's not something you're trying to be. You will expand. You cannot stop expansion the moment you walk in this kind of creative mindset. Because when you become a creator, you only create assets. Assets, because you will start businesses. Businesses are assets, which is, you're talking about flow. A flow of, a flow of things. It will continue to flow. Because if you start creating things, what will happen? People will start to buy. People start to do what they do. And it will be a flow, a constant flow. Businesses will be doing. You do what you do. Because guess what? It's a flow. It's a flow. Listen, an asset is a constant flow of cash or anything that's coming back to you. That's what assets are. We have to create assets. And assets are businesses. So, I think I will get off of here. And if any questions, feel free to ask the question. How did society fall so low? How did society fall so low? Wow. Wow, that's a question. How did society fall so low? I would say The slavery mentality. We trying to be gods. That's why society have fallen so low. We're trying to be gods. And when you try to be a god that is a jealous god, a god that hates and destroys the earth, that promote slaves and endorse slavery, because the moment you accept any religion, you just accepted slavery. So all religion that dealing with slave is a slavery. It's about slavery. Why we're gone so low, because we have accepted slavery as it is normal. That's the reason why society has fallen, because we have accepted slavery as it is normal. Look around, you see, it's still to date, unless you are awoken by truth, you still walk as a slave, because the system have accepted slavery as it is normal. They just change it in a different form, but it's still slavery. How did they take over the woman? Wow. You're trying to get me in trouble. These are things I cannot just... I like to speak to people privately about certain things. You're trying to get me in trouble because some people ain't ready for certain things. Certain people ain't ready for certain things, and sometimes I got to be very careful of certain things I say, because I know that certain people is not ready. You know. One thing I want to say before, because you asked the question, so I'm going to say something so you comprehend, so you can think for your own self and see. You know, there had to be some form of dispute for them to physically overpower the woman. That's what the first thing they did. Is physically overpower the woman. That's the first thing they did. Okay? The first thing they did, they physically overpowered the woman. Understand? That's the first thing they did. And this physical overtake, actually, as I examine everything, it occurred because the same thing, which is the blackness, and there was, because things change as it goes. Remember the sun, and after the sun it continue on and other things, because when the sun manifests itself, a lot of things changed. When the sun manifests itself, a lot of things change. It's not just one thing changed. Everything changed. That's where emotions was created. That's when all these things changed, because women never walked in emotions back then. See it? It's when the sun appeared. That's when emotions was, and all these things happened. You know what I'm saying? So when you comprehend all that, and the evaporation of the water, and all these things change, a lot of things change. Clouds start happening. Everything just start changing. You see where I'm coming from? The sun is what changed everything. You see it? So when you comprehend that, and then they are walking in eternity, because everything was about eternity. The moment that they are in, they only see eternity. They didn't see nothing else but eternity. So anything for them that they see, it's permanent. It's not changing. It's what it is. So the sun actually do what it done, and they in their minds, it's permanent. And they're doing things to change things. You know, when all these males appeared and upon this earth, because of they're lacking what they normally have, so they produce male, and because of the sun itself, because the sun was violent, they produce violence. Sometimes I don't want to go into certain things, but certain conversation need to be private. I tend to hold certain things back because of I feel like certain people ain't ready, because we need to know and comprehend about the DNA codes and all these things here, because the sun is what make, and the woman is actually who creates certain DNA codes in certain people, why certain people is violent, why certain people is creative. All this is the woman done that. The woman is who then and designed that. She did. She literally did. Did it because of that appearance of the sun. So when you comprehend the fullness of this creation story and how it actually occurred and how I see it and how from the perspective of all of us sitting down and just reasoning amongst ourselves and truly look for the depths and truth about how we became what we became, not the lies, okay, but truly seeking to know truth. And from our experiences, I think I need to sit down under a tree with someone, with a few people, and we all sit down and we talk and have a conversation. Having that up on the open internet, I don't think it's at this moment it's not a wise thing for me to do. But I will speak to people privately and speak to them to share information, and they can take the information and do whatever they choose to do and examine it and do what they do. That's why I'm not trying to, because everybody's not ready. I'll be real with you. I have people amongst me, and I speak to them about certain things. And when I speak to them about certain things, they might ask me, and I will tell them. And it's like weeks later, months later, I so accidentally repeat certain things again. And when I repeat it again, that's when they finally get it. So to tell you certain things and give you all this information, it's not an easy thing for me to just give it to you and you get it all in one day. It's not an easy thing for that to happen. It takes days and it takes weeks and it takes certain experiences yourself, your personal experience, having encounters with that which truly exists. And when I speak to you, you will see for what you see. It's coming from. It's whatever it manifests in you. And then you will say, yeah man, that's what I saw. You will comprehend what you saw, what you truly experienced. I bring clarity to what you have seen and heard and your experiences. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about for me. So let us seek within, because it's within you. It's not, stop looking outside of people. Stop looking to people. Look within, please. I'm saying to you, look within, because it's truly within you. It's truly within you. If you don't get nothing else from what I'm saying, get this much. Whatever you truly seek to know about that which create all is truly within you. You just gotta stop in. You gotta look within yourself. You gotta truly look within yourself. And this is what I'm saying to you. That's the only thing you have to do. Look within yourself. And stop going around ejaculating yourself just to ejaculate yourself. But know these fluids is not only about ejaculation. But these fluids is about going up the spine and actually go into the pituitary gland all the way up and end up into the crown chakra, which is the pineal gland, illuminated it. That's what it is. So coming from. And then you can do whatever you want to do. That's your business, because when you truly enlightened, nothing could stop you. Let me say it again to you. When you are truly enlightened, not this fake enlightenment that people try to make you think about enlightenment. No. Because like I said to a man just the other day, I said, what's the purpose of you being spiritual? And you cannot solve an issue within your personal life. That's not spirituality. You couldn't, because he was showing me that he could move certain things and put forth this and put forth the hand and this paper move. I say, what's the purpose of you moving this paper and you cannot move the issues that are in your personal life? It don't make no sense. Spirituality is about moving the things that are in your personal life, fixing it, creating solutions for that. That's what true spirituality is about. Able to turn it into a ritual, fixing the issues that are in your life. The true rituals is not something that people try to make up and make some kind of ritual. No. Fixing the issues in your life, that's a ritual. You should. That's a ritual. That should be your thing. That's a ritual. It's your job. Every day you get up to fix the issues that is in your life. That's a ritual within itself. And you are already spirit, because the true spirit that dwells in you, because it gave you consciousness. See it? So, let us be, and let us stay in wholeness. Let us stay in oneness with self. Try and get to the point that you just walk in this place of peace. Peace is the key. Nothing bother you. Nothing. Nothing. Reach that place that nothing bother you. It don't matter what nobody say. No matter how they do it, you stay focused. You, as an individual, stay focused on what you are and who you are. Know where you're going. You know? Peace of mind. Boston. You know? Boston. That's what it is. Peace of mind. This is why people, like we was talking the other day, and I was saying to this guy, I say, you might think they're jealous of you because you things. It's not about things. It's about your peace. They see your peace. And they have all the things. But guess what happened? They don't have what you have. Peace. They want your peace. So this is why they're jealous of you. So stop thinking that it's things that they're jealous of. No. It's about your peace, your wholeness, your oneness with self. This is what they're trying to reach. This is what they accumulate things. They accumulate things to achieve that peace and that place of peace. You see? And you who don't have as much things as material gains, but have that peace within you as an individual, they get jealous. And you wonder why they fight you. No. Not because you don't have things. You have things. And that thing is that peace of mind. That wholeness. You're not bothered by foolishness. You're not bothered. You ignore that. Let that be. And you don't force nothing on no man. Remember this. One thing I say to people all the time. When you as a person that come to the realization that you are truly spiritual, which is knowing that you are spirit, number one, and knowing that whatever you do to create solution to solve your issues, remember this. Do not force nothing on no man. You do not go out and teach unless, okay? You do not go out and teach unless this person comes out of their way seeking for information. You see it? You don't want to be religious. Don't be religious. You see, religious people go out and seek converts. You're not trying to convert nobody. Okay? It's not your work to convert no man. But if a man come to you seeking information about your peace, you tell them. What make you achieve this peace? What make you walk in this calmness? What make you become what you became? Yes, you explain. But you go out and try to preach like you're preaching on the street and a sermon. You don't do that. You put your stuff on no man. You walk free. You be free. Free from every man's religious ways. You're not here to indoctrinate no man. You're here to walk in that place of peace, that place of wholeness. And when a man sees it, he seek information of what make this man who he is. Okay? Remember that. So, this is what I'm saying to you. And it's the only thing I'm saying. Let's just continue to be what we are to be. Seek within you for everything that you truly seek. Remember, the Creator truly manifests itself within you. And your fluids, which is all the fluids that is in you, sexual fluids, all the fluids that is in you, it plays a part of this illumination, this enlightenment. It plays a part in it. So don't fool yourself. Okay? It plays a part in it. So make sure that whatever you do, you seek within. Seek within. It's within you. It comes within you. And this peace that surpasses all understanding that they talk about, you will see that. Because nothing will bother you. Nothing. So, upon that, I'm thinking that I'm going to get out of here. And any more questions, feel free to ask, and know that if you as a person want to be reminded of anything dealing with, like, I'm a creator, you know, and any kind of merchandise that reminds you about being a creator, you can click in my bio, and we have all kind of prints dealing with I am a creator. I'm a creative solution to issues that are at hand. You get t-shirts, hat, print on demand, everything, blankets, sheets, any kind of, you know, I'm a creator and stuff like that. It's there. Just click in the bio and you can see. And when you click, it's the Book of Blackness. And when you click on it, it will take you straight into a store, and you can print on demand. And within two to 3 days, that item that you order will be there. No matter where you are, they send it to you directly. It's a print on demand. So feel free to check it out. And let's be what we're supposed to be. Know that you are a creator of solution to issues that are at hand. Say to yourself, I am a creator. You know, and teach your children that I am a creator. You know, remind your children that I am a creator of solutions to issues that will be at hand. Remind your children, guess what happened? They will grow. Your children will grow. They will grow. Your efforts, your decking out, your giving to them, they will grow. Just like a tree grows. A tree grows. Okay? And when it grows, it bears fruits. Okay? It grows, and whatever leaf that is not beneficial to it, it will fall off. So why I'm saying what I'm saying to you, when you start to grow in dealing with spirituality, okay, when you as a person start to deal with spirituality, I want you to be reminded that you as a person need to know this, that stop trying to cut off people. You don't need to try to cut off people. Let me share something with you. What I've learned, trying to cut off people, you end up push your energy towards cutting off people, and your energy focus will not be in the right place. What you need to focus on is this. You need to focus on growth, which is being the creator that you are. Is that coming from? Because when you grow, like a tree grows, a natural tree grows, what end up happening? Every leaf that is not beneficial to it, it falls off. The tree didn't try to, but because the leaf is not beneficial to it, growth, the tree automatically shed its leaf. By doing what? Growth. You see where I'm coming from? It is like a crow. It is like an eagle flying into the highest of heights, and a crow is on its back. The more the eagle soar, even so, the crow loses oxygen, and the eagle never, at no time, fights that crow. But the crow, because it loses oxygen because of the height, okay, it end up falls off. Did the eagle fight it? No. Did the eagle waste energy to fight? No. The eagle continued to soar. So I'm saying to you, as a spiritual person, you continue to be the creator that you are, and watch growth. And as you grow, any person that is not for you will fall out your life. Any person. I don't care who they are and what they are. It doesn't matter. Don't try to justify because they run away from you. It's not because of you. It's because they are no longer, they cannot no longer use you. They recognize that this person is on a different level. Okay? And that's what it is. So don't be offended by no man. Just continue being the creator that you are of solutions to your issues, not next man issue, of your issues. Remember, don't try to solve the man issue, solve your issues. So these issues may not become problems. So when you solve your issues and you create solution for them, then guess what? Everything else will fall in place. So let us be what we ought to be, a creator. You are a creator. I am a creator. And that's what you are. Be reminded. And like I said to you, if you want to check out anything else, feel free to click in the bio and go and basically print on demand if you want to. It's up to you. As a reminder, just to remind yourself. Like I said, you could print blankets, bedspread, t-shirts, hat, cups, anything. You know, you can print them on demand. They print them on demand, ship them to you within 3 days. They reach to your place. You got it. So come on. The light will go out soon in America. About that. Okay. It's all good. Ashe. It's all good. Oneness, my brother. Oneness, my people. Let's all just, like I said, let's all just be what we're supposed to be, do what we're supposed to do. And just remind yourself, every single time you are awoken, you get up, remind yourself, I am a creator of solutions to issues that are at hand in this day. And create solutions. Create solutions. Create solutions. Truly create solutions. That's who we are. Creators. We are truly creators. Yes, I do. Yes, I do have children. I have 3. 2 girls. I have 2 girls and 1 boy. Twin girls and 1 boy. The boy, I could say that, you know, because of what I know today, I would say that I was there, but I wasn't present. See what I'm saying? This is why I could look at my personal life, look at the girls. I was present. See what I'm saying? Because I was in my girl was in South Carolina at the time, and I was working in Georgia, but I was going and seeing her and stuff like that, back and forth. I was there, but I was not present. And because of that, the first child was a boy. The second, when they came and lived with me now, in Georgia, she brought forth 2 girls because I was present. Okay? So, like I said, I know, even in my life, I see my own theory manifest itself within my own personal life. So I know. So I know that. Okay? I am living proof and evidence of the theory that the Creator allowed me to receive as a normal man. Okay? I'm a normal man. I'm not trying to be nothing else but a normal man. And I will always be a normal man. You know? So, this is what it is. Oneness unto you too. Let's continue to be what we ought to be. And that's it. That's just walking wholeness. I am. I am. Just continue walking wholeness. Continue seek within yourself. Continue to don't push nothing on no man. Don't force nothing on no man. Don't try to teach no man. Good night to you too. Good night to you, my people too. Good night to you. You know, it's a good day. You know, learn to good day. It's a great day. That's what we are. School out. School's out. Okay. But let us be, man. And that's only I'm saying to y'all. Let's know that spirituality and the woman, it's a great thing to comprehend and to know. To know that. It's a great thing. I am normal. I'm a normal man. You know. Yeah, I'm a normal man. I'll try to stay humble, stay 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 able to listen to people and respond so all of us can comprehend in the fullness of what we are seeking. That's what I try to do, because I know that it's not an easy thing for me to put information upon people, because this information can be confronting, because it's not a thing that many would just out of the blue accept, because there are many theories out there and there are many things that are spoken. And basically, I speak in what I speak, I come against a lot of their teachings, a lot of teachings that they teach and that they have taught. And because of that reason, I'm very careful of who I speak to and what I speak. You know, I don't try to, like, I know sometimes I go amongst people and they're having debates, and I will sit and I will listen, and I won't say nothing. And sometimes I just walk away, because I know that these conversations would not be fruitful. It would only be in an argument, end up in an argument. And if it's not going to be fruitful for me, I could sense that it will not be fruitful. So I tend to just shun that and left it alone. Silence and keep it going. I'm not here for loss. Loss is not what I seek after. I don't lust for nothing. I speak about wholeness and knowing, comprehending what love represents, and comprehending what wholeness represents, which is the Creator itself. And my thing is to make sure that you as a person come to know you. I don't think that, especially a female should always, if they're seeking love, to say a partner. If any woman that's seeking a partner, as the world teach you about a partner, that woman should be seeking a man, a male, that actually have an encounter with themselves, which is existent itself, which is the Creator, knowing the divine feminine. So coming from, I don't think a woman should just pick up a man because they think that this is a good man. No, you should seek to know what's in that man, and that is to know the fullness of this man, if this man really respect the divine feminine. If that man does not respect the divine feminine as the creator, you should not accept that man as that male for you, because that man would not respect you in the manner that he should. Any female, I don't care who they are. I advise my children, my daughters, I said to them, look, this is the world system. The world system is the world system. You were taught that you sleep with a male and you do what you do. But I'm saying to you as my daughter, make sure that if this male you choose to pick up, make sure that this man know themselves. And that is to know and respect and honor the divine feminine. And if that man, even if that man does not respect the divine feminine, you as a woman should not mess with that man. You should not mess with that man. That man would not respect you in the way you think he would respect you. Okay? He will not respect you. He'll cause you problems. He must acknowledge the divine feminine first. If he does not acknowledge the divine feminine first, you don't need to mess with him. I don't care what he got. You don't need to mess with him. Every male needs to be redeemed first before he truly gets a woman to be with. Every male. If he's not redeemed, which is comprehend that the female was first and the divine feminine is the creator, because you got to comprehend that you are redeeming them from the patriarch mindset. You see where I'm coming from? You are literally redeeming them, and if they don't acknowledge that the divine feminine is, like I said to people all the time, when they're talking about redemption, the only thing and only one upon this earth need to be redeemed is the males. That's the only person need to be redeemed. And any man, any female that walking in the patriarch mindset, any person that walking in that patriarch mindset, that's the only people that need to be redeemed. You cannot be redeemed if they cannot acknowledge the feminine as the creator. You don't need to be with them. I don't care who you are. You'll never be at peace. They'll make your life miserable, and you're living in hell right here on earth. Okay? Do we comprehend? Say, we need more of brothers like you. Beautiful. But yeah, all what I do is speak, and I speak truth. I have no reason to do nothing else. I speak truth, and that's what I speak. If it's not truth, I'm not going to say it. Yes, I might say something that offends you in a way that, because you never heard it like that before. You never heard it like that before, but if you really examine what I'm saying, I'm coming from a pure place of you to comprehend that your life may be better if you actually follow what I'm saying. Because I'm not trying to lead you to me. I'm leading to you. You need to go on to you. You need to come to know you as a person. And when you come to know you, guess what? Nothing can stop you. No man can fool you. Okay? No man can fool you. Literally fool you? No, they can't do it. It's impossible to do that. Speaking truth in love. Yeah, you speak truth. Truth is truth. You don't need no love attached to it. Truth is truth. You see, it's the man that receives truth. However you receive truth, that's how you receive truth. And that is nothing to do with you that speak truth. Okay? If you speak truth and that man that received this truth are offended, it is not because of you, that's why they're offended. They're offended because of themselves and what is in them. It's simple. Truth is truth. You cannot be feeling guilty because you speak truth. No, it's something in them. That's the reason why they're offended. They're not offended because of the truth. It's something that is in them. The truth speak for itself. So you don't need to be offended because the truth, because that man are offended because of the truth. Nah, you don't get into the emotional roller coaster like they want you to be. You don't get into that. You don't get into the emotional roller coaster because that's what they want you to be, into your emotions. Okay? So let us be what we ought to be. Check within ourselves, which is here. Check within you. Look within you. Whatever you seek, look within. Whatever it is. Truly stop. Look within you. Just remind yourself this one thing, that I am a creator of solutions to issues that are at hand. And literally start to create something. Make something happen. Make something happen. Make something happen. Okay? Make something happen. I'm saying to you, make something happen. So, any questions, any statements, any more questions that I can answer? Feel free to ask. If not, I think I might get out of here. You know? If not, I think I might just get out of here. But I truly appreciate you all. Like I said, make sure you share. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, and see what we're talking about. When it comes to dealing with the woman. The woman is that important. And when you accept religion, you accept to oppress the woman. And you accept to oppress blackness. And that's what religion does. They might come with all kind of... It's all about oppressing the woman. Keeping the woman down. Because they don't want to acknowledge the divine feminine. Okay? Okay? Oh, REMs before sleep. Listen, a lot of people speak things about REMs and live life. Let me share something with you. Live life. Learn to live life. And this is what I tell people all the time. When it comes to spirituality, learn to live life. We need to learn to live life. Spirituality is everyday life. This is who you are. This is you. You cannot be walking around all depressed and unhappy. Spirituality is about living life now, today. Okay? Live life. Learn to be. Live life. Remember, you cannot go into a space out there. You are living here. You are here. Okay? You are here. Live life. Just make sure you solve your issues. I guarantee you, you solve your issues, there's nothing. There's no higher realm than that. You'll be at more peace than anything else. Okay? Solve your issues. That's the first thing you need to learn to do. Learn to solve your issues. If you want to remind yourself that you are creator, as you go to bed, remind yourself. Okay? You ain't trying to go into no realm. See, stop trying to be all this fantasy world that people trying to sell. Get out of that. Whenever you see you as a person, because it's supposed to flow freely. Okay? Because of my experience, okay? Being real. And my experience came naturally. My experience didn't came because of someone um, pushed me over the edge to a lot of, you know, no. I, within me, one day decided, man, look, if this God or this creator is real, this God need to show me. Have you ever, like, okay, it's like, look, creator, if you are real, you got to be real with yourself and be truthful and honest to yourself. Because that's how I was. I literally said that. I could tell you exactly what I said. I said, man, look, because I used to go to, I'm going to tell you what happened and why I say what I said. It's one day I've been to, I had this experience because I was seeking to know the creator for myself. Because Christianity was something that I not, you know. But one day I was invited to a church. And as I was invited to the church, I see all kind of people speaking in tongues. Blah, 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 blah. And me now, being who I am, I'm seeing them as they're faking. That's what I'm seeing. I'm looking at them and in my mind, I'm like, these people faking. But there was an incident happening with me that I found myself was overtaken by this tongue. So I was like, what's going on with me? Then I went away and I started to question, why is it I cannot speak in tongues when I want to? Then I came to realize that that was a familiar spirit. That was not the spirit of the creator. So I'm saying, I came to the realization it was a familiar spirit. And it occurred because it was within the flesh. And I was like, man, this is wild, man. So then because I'm truly seeking, I was truly seeking. So I said to myself that day, because when I came to the realization, it was not real. Even though I spoke in tongues, it was not real because everybody else around me was actually doing it. And because the familiar spirit, something, I don't know what, I can't explain it, but it happened with me. Okay? But when I seek for comprehension, I then recognize that it was fake because those people who were doing it was fake. And because of familiar spirit, I picked it up because I was amongst them. And I said to myself that day, I said, you know something? Creator, if you is real, you need to show yourself to me. You need to reveal yourself unto me. Because this thing here, I truly want to know. And I left it alone. And that was it for me. And I continued seeking until one day I was in the room by myself, in laying down on the bed. And I was laying down, I was focusing on existence itself, which is blackness, the waters, and mankind, everything combining. And then this thing, all this time I was actually retaining my fluids, not knowing, because I wasn't doing nothing to say dealing with no, you know, I just decided, let me retain myself, all my fluids and everything, just reserving myself, not knowing that I actually setting up myself to actually have the encounter. I didn't know. It's after the fact when I recognized what I did and how I became what I became without even trying, because it was so funny. From the day when I said, if you are real, you need to show me yourself. Until that day, I never had no intercourse, no, not like that. It was just flowing. And when I reflect and examine myself when that incident happened, then I was there on the bed, laying down, and I was there in my bed, laying down, meditating on the words and the beginning and the existence, which is blackness. This thing actually manifested and came alive in me. I'm like, hey, what's going on? This thing literally came alive. It's like my, it's like I'm conscious. I'm fully conscious. I'm fully awake. But I'm seeing the existence that is from beginning. I'm seeing everything that actually occurring in the beginning. It's like I'm seeing the blackness, I'm seeing the waters, I'm seeing the earth, I'm seeing that which move upon the waters. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing this just in me, moving. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Then within me, something saying, oh, that is the creator. Now my mouth, I'm conscious now, but my mouth saying, no, they didn't touch that. Then within me, I'm back and forth. I'm seeing what I'm seeing, and in me, it's saying, this is the creator. And my mouth is saying, no, they didn't touch that. And this war now within me. So I actually like shake myself and like sit up on the bed. When I sit myself up on the bed, I recognize that, hey, this thing is real. This thing is real. So I stop. I sit down just like how I'm sitting down here on the bed. I'm sitting down like this. I'm like, wow, this thing is real. The creator is really real. The creator is really real. And as I see that, I'm like, hey, the creator is really real. But then my question became to me, it's like, how can I tell people these things? How can I tell people these things? People look at me like me mad, me crazy. So there was a person that I kind of trusted. So I went to him and I said to him, his name was Waters. I went to him and I said to Waters, I had an experience, but I want you to promise me one thing before I tell you my experience. I don't want you to look at me in no different way. I don't want you to look at me in no form as nothing beyond what it is. I'm just telling you my experience because I need somebody to talk to. So coming from? And when I told him my experience, he said, man, you're chosen, man. I said, look, stop right now. I say, I don't want to be nothing what you're talking about. I'm just telling you because my experience. It's nothing else to it. For me, it's that. I experience it and I tell you what it is. And he started explaining to me what I seen and explaining to me. And then he started to add it up and trying to put it to the Bible and stuff like that. So I said, look, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. Then, so for 14 years, I held this within me, afraid to speak about my appearance. Until one day, I saw another vision. And when I saw another vision, 14 years later, and I saw the same blackness fading away. Fading away. It's like it became distant. So I then get up and I spoke to a friend of mine on the phone. It was a lady. And I explained to her my vision. And I said to her, you know something? This vision is telling me that what is placed in me is fading. So I need to do something. And from then I started speaking about the blackness. And I started to do what I do. I comprehend that I'm a creator. I comprehend who I am. You know? And this is who I am. And this is where I come from. And this is why I represent the blackness in the way I do. Because I know it existed itself. Not because nobody taught me. No. I knew. I know because I saw it within. And after I saw it within, I went start researching, and everything what I saw confirmed of every true person that have an encounter and had, who said they had an encounter with the Creator, actually saw the same thing I saw. Moses saw the same thing I saw. Abraham saw the same thing I saw. David saw the same thing I saw. It continued on and on, even to the so-called John saw the same thing I saw. So right then I said to myself, you know something? Certain things are real, and this is why I know the Creator is real. Okay? All of them saw the same thing I saw. When I started really researching and looking and paying attention and looking, because you can overlook things, because the way you've been taught and the way you've been indoctrinated. But when you have the experience yourself of what the true men that walked in it walked in, then you as a person see the true secrets that many men will love to see and have the encounter with, and knowing the Creator for themselves. And it so happened that I, who being pure, I am pure, I'm not, it's nothing else. You know, I'm just pure. And just being pure, and this is what happened with me. You know, and I saw, and this is what it is. And this is why I said to any man, if you're truly seeking to know, I know that the Creator that truly lives in every man. And this is when you know you are sealed. This is when you know you are sealed, okay, within your forehead. This is the true sealed, okay, because you cannot forget it. This is something you cannot forget. You are sealed, so I know I'm sealed. You understand? I am one of the chosen. I know that. That's not a question, that's not a if, that's not a buts. I know that I am. Yeah. Okay? I know I am. And that's the reason why I am the way I am. I am not here to... So I respect people. Because it took me 14 years of sitting, refuse to talk about what my experience are. Refusing. Until I saw next vision. And I saw many, many visions after, because I just don't... And the funny thing I tell people all the time, that I don't... Because when my friend was asking me the other day, do you see dreams? I said, yes, I does. I see dreams, but when I see dreams, I know it's for real. I don't see dreams just randomly. Nah, it has to be speaking something to me, to tell somebody, do something with somebody. Yeah, I just don't see dreams. You know, some people talk about they take mushrooms and chipping, and I cannot do that. I don't live like that. That's not real. You need to be natural and able to flow within your natural self. Naturally, and then you will see that which truly exists. And that is the Creator that creates all things. And this is what I'm saying to you. But let me get out of here. And so, but like I said to you, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Let us be what we ought to be. And remember, everything truly manifests itself within you. Look within you. Speak to you. Talk to you. And you will see the Creator is real. If you're truly pure in heart, yeah, the Creator will really show itself unto you. I'm telling you. If your intent is not to do no harm to no man, because that's what the intent is. Your intent is not to do no harm to no man. Because when you get this kind of information, it can be empowering. And if you're truly corrupt in heart, you will end up use it to destroy people. You see where I'm coming from? So be pure in heart and truly speak within you and ask for it to happen. Save your fluids in the way you ought to. Your fluids is not only for sexual release. Your fluids is to literally climb up the spine and go onto the pituitary gland, onto the pineal gland, and become what you should become. And that is to have an encounter with existence itself. And as you have this encounter, then you can walk and be in the fullness of who you are, because nothing can change what you see and hear. This is when you're truly sealed. Okay? So, I'm out of here. I'm going to go and deal with some things and take care of myself. Differently, let's continue to be what we are to be. Walk in wholeness, walk in oneness. Peace is the key to all. Because there is man seek after. No matter what they do, they ultimately seek for peace. If they buy cars, they buy houses, they do this, they do that, the ultimate is all about peace. But know this, it's within you. It's truly within you. Seek within, and you will find it. Seek within, and you will truly find it. That's all I'm saying to you. Seek within you, and you, as an individual, will truly find it. Let's walk in peace. Let's walk in wholeness. Let's walk in oneness. Because that is the creator of all.